Well, welcome to Coffee with Job on Wednesday morning. A bit colder today, so got my jumper on. Now, what we're doing with Coffee with Job, and you can go back and if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel or the Vimeo channel, you can see the other ones. It's just short talks looking through this amazing poem, the Book of Job, which deals with issues of suffering and so on. And we're doing this in the context of COVID and lockdown here in Sydney and elsewhere. But for me, it's an absolutely wonderful book. It does sound depressing. So, for example, today we're looking at Job chapter 5, verses 1 to 7. And verse 7 says, "Yet man is born to trouble as surely sparks fly upward." Well, we don't want to hear that, do we? We want a nice positive message, but this is positive. I think what Eliphaz does here is he finds it difficult to believe that Job really wants to die. And I think he's beginning to get, and this will go on, he's beginning to get a bit annoyed with Job. And he's basically saying, look, life's full of trouble. Just stuff happens. And you just have to accept that. There's a poetic allusion here to the Ugaritic gods of lightning, pestilence, and flames. And really, Eliphaz's point is, that's it. It's the way the world is. There's no change to it, and there is no redeemer. He talks about the fool who seems to prosper, but then is struck down. And there's no question that this is him referring to Job. In Eliphaz's world, bad things happen to bad people. And although Job appeared to be good, now he's getting his comeuppance. You know that wonderful German word, Schadenfreude, where someone falls and you feel a little bit of glee. They had it coming to them. I knew that was going to happen. Well, that's where he's at. Resentment kills a fool. He's also saying, look, there's no point in you feeling bad about this stuff because stuff happens. It's a very fatalistic view. He's saying, don't get ideas above yourself. Now, what can we say to all of this? Yes, there is trouble. It's interesting when he says hardship does not spring from the soil, nor does trouble sprout from the ground. That could actually hardship does spring from the soil. In other words, he's saying that life is full of trouble and difficulty and hardship. And I guess some of you watching this, you can't associate with that, and others you think, phew, bad luck and trouble, my only friends, darkness. And we understand that. We know there's going to be trouble. We know that there's difficulty. But is this really the world as it is? Is the world just full of trouble and there's nothing you can do about it? Or is the world full of trouble for bad people and you just have to be good to avoid trouble? Well, look at what he says at verse 1. "Call if you will, but who will answer you? To which of the holy ones will you turn?" There is no mediator. In Eliphaz's world, there is no mediator. In Eliphaz's world, everything is cause and effect. I am so thankful that Job, even the book of Job, and maybe especially the book of Job, points us to a mediator, points us to a God who says, "Call on me in the day of trouble, and I will answer you." I love the notion that we follow a Christ who died for us, a Christ who went through all our troubles, a Christ who was tempted in every way just as we are. And that the world is not this very simplistic, good things happen to good people, bad things happen to bad people, there's nothing you can do about it, there is no mediator, God cannot and does not change anything. Whereas we're saying, yeah, bad things do happen, but we have a mediator, we have someone that we can call upon. And I think at this time in COVID and so on, that's what I long for from our leaders, just to be calling out to God, our church leaders and our political leaders as well. Because I do believe that the Lord hears and answers prayer. So, we'll come back Back to Eliphaz, more of Eliphaz tomorrow, where he looks at appealing to God and the justice of God. See you then. Bye.